Question number 3. This is the biggie. Compute the cost assigned to ending inventory using FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, specific identification. Round all amounts to cents. Okay, so this is going to wind up being the larger part of this problem. So I pre-printed these, and we're going to do this for FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, and specific identification. Okay, starting with FIFO. Our starting date for beginning inventory was March 1. We have beginning inventory of 100 units. And in fact, I'm going to skip all the way over to here. 100 units, because this was what was in inventory at $50. Okay, total then is 5,000. All right, March 5th. We went out and we bought 400 units at $55 each. That made it 22,000. Then we had a sale on March 9. Now at this point, I need to make sure I update my inventory. So I'm going to take my purchase, I'm going to bring that over here. 400 units at $55. $22,000 total. Okay, my cost of goods sold is going to wind up hitting over here. I sold 420 units. So I had to come up with a total of 420 units. Now this is FIFO, first in, first out. That means the first thing put into inventory, which was beginning inventory, that's the first thing that gets sold. First in, first out. First in is the first one to go out. Okay, the first that was put into inventory is the first that leaves inventory. So I'm going to record 100 units at $50 because that's all I have at $50. But then I don't have everything, do I? How many did I sold? How many did I sell? I sold 420 units. So I need to come up with another 320. I already did the 100. And I need to come up with the remainder for this 420 units. So 320 at what's left in here out of that 400 is going to be 55 units, or $55 per unit. Okay, so 320 units times $55, we get out the old calculator, 320 times 55 equals 17,600. Okay, then since we sold 320, we had 400 at $55. How much do we have left in inventory at this point? Well, 400 minus 320 is 80 units at $55. And I'm going to draw a line right here to make sure I keep straight that this was the before and this is after. Okay, so $80 times 55 is equal to 4,400. So that's the dollar amount cost of my inventory at $55 each, 80 units. So 80 times 55 is 4,400. All right, next, I go out March 18th and I purchase 120 units at $60 each. Which is going to be 7,200. I go out and buy 200 units on March 25th. At $62 per unit. That's 12,400. I take these, I bring them over here because now they are in inventory. I bought these, so I now have to record them and put them into inventory. So I'll transfer everything over. And this is what I have in inventory. 80 units at $55, 120 at $60, 262. This is my inventory now, after I made 2 purchases and what was left over from my last sale. Then we have a sale, March 29. And we sell 160 units. Well, okay, again, here's the rule of FIFO, first in, first out. I have to take care of the first thing that was in inventory, which is the old stuff right here at $80 per unit, okay? So I'm going to record 80 units, not $80, I'm sorry, $55 per unit, 80 units. So 80 units at $55. I still have 160 I need to take care of. I took care of 80. So 80 subtracted from 160 units that were sold. Making sure that everybody is watching this. Okay, 160 units is what I sold March 29. And I now took care of 80 units. I need to come up with another 80. And I'm going to take it out of this next line. So I wipe this out. I'm going to go to the next level down. This is the next oldest items that went into inventory. So I'm going to take 80 out of 120 at $60 per unit. Okay, how good's your math? 8 times 6. Well, let's see, 3 times 8 is 24, double that, that's 48. So I'm looking at 4,800. Okay, now what I have left in inventory, I wiped this all out, so this is gone. I had 120, I sold 80, so now I have 40 units remaining at $60. Okay, 4 times 6 is what? 24, so that'd be 2,400 there. And then I have still 200 that I have not sold that's still left in inventory at $62 each. And that's 12,400. Now I add everything up. 12,400 and 2,400. This is what's left in inventory, okay? And I have 240 units remaining. Then this is going to total up to be what? 14,800. And then I also have to add up this side as well. And I'm going to add this up just because I want to show something to you guys. Okay, since we're dealing with more numbers, 100 plus 320 plus 80 plus 80 equals 580. My dollar amounts, 5,000 plus 17,600 plus 4,400 plus 4,800 equals 31,800. Okay, now that I got this done, my cost of goods sold, 580. By the way, there's my units, 580 units, 580 units. This is what was sold. This is my cost of goods sold. They both are 580 units. They both agree. Let's look over here at my units for ending inventory. I had 240 units left in ending inventory, and that was a number that we calculated right here, that we should have 240 units in ending inventory. So 240 agree, okay? So then I have cost of goods sold for the dollar amounts, 31,800, 31,800. My ending inventory, 14,008. If I total these two numbers up just for the heck of it, okay, then I should come up with this number right here, which was my goods that were available to be sold. So if I add this up, this is going to be 16, carry the 1, that's going to make that 6, and 4. 46,600, 46,600. These were the goods available for sale that I had available to be sold. So what was the cost of goods sold and inventory is going to be total of my goods available for sale. Why do I know this? Because anything that I had available for sale, either I sold it or I have not sold it. If I sold it, it's in cost of goods sold. If I have not sold it, it's still remaining in inventory. I still have it in inventory. So these two numbers should add up to my goods available to be sold. Okay? That's FIFO.